Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. And if you don't mind, it's easy to do, please subscribe to my channel. I guess you're wondering what I'm doing. I'm in the kitchen. I want to make spaghetti sauce. This is a recipe I've had for a long time. I want to share it with you. And we start out with fresh tomatoes. I've got roughly 5 pounds of tomatoes, fresh garlic, and fresh onions. Now I make my own spaghetti sauce, and I use a food processor, and those are the primary ingredients I just showed you. I'll be adding Italian seasoning. This happens to be the only brand I can get. Oregano, again the only brand I can get. And since I don't have any chili peppers on hand, I'm going to use a little bit of this. I like mine with just a small touch of spice to it. And I'm going to be adding sugar and vinegar. I know what you're saying. You're going to make sweet spaghetti sauce? No. It won't taste a bit sweet. Promise you. First thing you got to do, of course I've already washed my tomatoes, is I get my tomatoes at the local market. And to my knowledge, these come from Cantalone. And they're organic. There's no chemicals applied to these tomatoes. I just slice them whole. You don't have to skin them if you do it my way. And you wonder, well, what about the skin? Well, you don't have to worry about it if you do it my way, because I'm going to process them, and that way you don't lose no flavor of tomato. Now, if you live someplace where you can get those nice, round, large tomatoes that I was accustomed to a long time ago, those are even better. These are more of a romy tomato, salad tomato, and they do okay. It does make a good sauce. I'm cutting the top off because of the core. Now I'm going to save a few of these tomatoes for the last round of cooking, so I can make it a little bit on the chunky side. I'll show you that later. And it looks like about all I can process at one time. Vibration turned the top spot over. I'll show you this after I get ready to put it into a pot. Now, it's something that's hard to find at the market. Uh, most Filipinos like green tomato for their cooking purposes. But getting nice red ripe tomato, it's a rare occasion. That's the reason it's a long time between my spaghetti sauces or my chili. Maybe I need to do one on my chili sauce one day. I'll call this hillbilly style. You can name it anything you want. Guys, I apologize. I'll have to do this in steps because I can't stand here for a long period of time due to my back. You want this to get pureed as much as possible. That way you don't have to deal with the peelings. Please excuse me, I had to get a pot. Give you an idea of what we're looking at. Still got a few chunks, but that's fine. I want to set this on the stove. Turn my exhaust fan on. And what I want to do, I want to get this, speed this up a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and fire the stove up. And I want to use low heat. This will need to simmer for between 1.5 to 2 hours. I want to save roughly about 1 pound of these tomatoes from my last round. So I'm going to put a little texture to the sauce. I'll be using some ground meat also later. I've got to set that out and let it thaw. It's frozen right now. Got a little bit of green in it, but that's fine. It'll work. And it looks like we're getting down to about where I need to be on my last stage. Pretty close. I got a little chunk still left in here, but it's fine. Oh yes, perfect. Now, first thing I want to do, I'll put a little bit of hot sauce in it. About a teaspoon is all you need. You just want a hint. My next step is vinegar. You want about an eighth of a cup, maybe, something like that. And what that does, it bonds the seasonings so you'll get the full effect. And the sugar eliminates the vinegary taste. They kind of cancel each other out. Now I'm only going to use one spoon of sugar. That's all I need to cancel the vinegar out. Now the Italian seasoning, I want to use about, on this pot here, about 4 spoons. And oregano, since this is powdered, it is powdered, I'm only going to use about 2 spoons of it. Now the leaves, I will use an equal amount as I did the Italian seasoning. Now I'm going to stir the ingredients. I'm going to get all these seasonings in there. Looks like this is going to be a good batch, these tomatoes. Now you want to stir until you get the seasonings all blended in. So during the simmering process, you get rid of the vinegar and sugar. Let me get my lid, be right back. Okay, I want to take a break, then we get into the not tomatoes, but the onions and garlic. So I'll be right back. Hello, everyone. I'm back. Had to take a little break. My back was starting to give me a hard time, and she's rolling up good right now. It's been about 30 minutes. We got a good. Oh yeah. And we're going to take a little sample here. See if we need any extra ingredients. Give you an idea of what we're looking at the moment. Smells good. and it's getting there. Looks like I'm going to put just a little more hot sauce in it. You can do with or without. Like I said, I like mine with just a hint of spice to it. Add another spoon. I prefer the chili peppers because it's easier to get to the flavor I'm looking for. Let's see what we got now. Oh, we're almost there. Yeah, we're there now. We got it. And we need a little more Italian seasoning. Might want to use a spoon this time. I'm going to put about another 2 spoons in it. It's lacking. And about another spoon of oregano. Let's see where we're at now. Oh yeah, we're there. We're in good shape now. Now, what we're going to do is get our garlic and onions ready. Having a hard time getting them open. I think Grace just bought this yesterday. It looks like I'm going to use a knife to open it up. Ah, there we go. Garlic and onions. Let's cut the head off. I'm sure everybody's got their own way of doing this. It just happens to be my way this way. These are tough. I didn't get that one. I'm doing it. Make it a little easier to get the shell off. Let me step over and turn my fan on. Now, chicken that. Make sure I get all the skin off. I'll put them in the processor. I'm getting clumsy. Where'd all my garlic go? Huh. There's one. Go down in here. Huh. Well, at least they wouldn't de-skinned when they hit the floor. I'll be in the process of cleaning them, or just throw them away. Let's see if I can get this one apart. It's got a few bad clothes in it. This one here's getting ready to go bad. Showing signs of rot. Yeah, one thing about garlic, it wants to stick to your fingers. And get that crushed in. I've always throughout life really enjoyed garlic. Excuse me just a moment. Sometimes I can get lucky and peel one without crushing it. Not this time. Well, I like when they come apart. This one got a bad spot in it to cut it. Now, I like using the big white onions. They're not been available here in, it's close to a year now. I think last October is the last time I seen any. I think it was October, it might have been before then. They just disappeared off the market here. Now, let's see if we can get some onion. Get them ready to process. Sometimes these are difficult. These little red onions are. Well, this is going to be one of them hard ones. Yeah. Finally. You guys are wondering, I do wash my hands more than once. They just don't see it on camera. I washed them before I started here. That's the only thing about cooking when I cook. I wash my hands so much that sometimes it does affect them. You get dishpan hands, as they call it. Bad spot. It's been handled rough. These might not be worth putting in there. It gets so small. I'll leave them little fellows alone. Excuse me. Sorry about that, but I'm getting sweat in my eyes and I can't see. in good shape. Just right. If you're wondering what I'm doing, that's how I like them processed. Just finely chopped, not pureed. And then I'll just add them to cook in and blend all that aroma and flavor. God, it smells good already. Oh yeah. Can you smell that, guys? Okay. I'll be back again a little later. Okay guys, I'm back. Had to rest my back again. Now people have several different ways of adding their meat to their sauce. I do mine while it's still frozen and let it simmer and it's way done. You do it about halfway through the cooking process. It's been simmering now for about an hour total, so I've got another hour at least. This gives time for the meat to take on all the flavors and spices, because when you cook it, pre-cook it and put it in, it doesn't take on the flavor. This way it does. Also, it slows down the simmering process, which allows the flavors to get enhanced. Now, we got a mess to clean up while this is simmering. And I'll show you after it's finished what it looks like, and later when we all fix our plates, I'll show you what we got. Thank you. Okay guys, I'm back and give you an idea of what's going on. This is what it looks like. I'm breaking the meat up. As you can see, it's well cooked. And roughly 1 pound of diced tomato. Now, I'm going to pause for a second. Okay, now I'm going to try to do this one-handed. I'll put 1 pack of tomato paste. I'm trying to do this one-handed, so you just have to bear with me. The reason I do this is to give it that final flavor with a have a little bit of a salt taste to it. And next is tomato sauce. Also, it gives a little bit more red color. Hard to do one-handed. 2 of these in. As you can see, when you get finished, you got almost a gallon of sauce. Now this will do us for quite some time. I will package it up in the freezer containers and freeze for a daily routine. Now, if I can manage to do this without sloshing it over the side, and be able to get you to see what's going on. Now it's only going to have to stew here now about another 10-15 minutes after doing this, and it will be complete. And when I make the noodles, I'll show you some pictures of the final results. So thank you again for watching, and if you don't mind, simple to do, subscribe please.